When traveling around Istanbul, it's impossible to miss the city's rich history and architecture, or the smell of delicious food on every corner. But there's something else that you might notice. All of the animals on the street. For Americans, seeing so many free-roaming dogs around is pretty shocking. But if you ask a local, the street dogs are just as much a part of the community as they are.
O yüzden bence özgür olmalılar, dışarıda olmalılar ve insanların buna daha fazla duyarlı olması gerekiyor.
Köpeklerin doğal yaşamında olması taraftarıyım kendi adıma. Yani sokakta bizim onları görebilmemiz, onların güzel bir şekilde dolaşabilmesi, insanlarla iç içe olması. Sevgiye muhtaç hayvanlar sonuçta yani.
İnsanlar buna özen gösteriyor, su kapları konuluyor, yemek kapları konuluyor. Özellikle ki sokak hayvanları için mama alındığını bile gördüm, farkındayım. Bunu ben de yapıyorum. Fakat dediğim gibi işte çok fazla insanlara bu yayılmadı henüz. Böyle bir bilinç, böyle bir algı yaratıldı.
Turkish people are very much against euthanasia of dogs and cats for population control. But in the US, according to the ASPCA, every year about 776,000 of the 5.5 million dogs that enter shelters are euthanized. Over the last decade, the Turkish government launched a program to limit the number of stray dogs and cats being sent to an already overcrowded shelter.
Bence olabilirler, bize bağlı. Bu semtte mutlu köpekler var, mutlu kediler de var. Bizim burada baktığımız kediler var mesela, görürseniz hepsi çok sağlıklı, besili. Bazı köpekler de var burada 15-16 yaşına gelip.
Turkey's Trap, Spay, Neuter, Vaccinate, Treat, and Release program monitors the country's free-roaming dogs and cats. After a stray is picked up off the street by animal control, it's taken to a vet to be spayed or neutered, vaccinated for rabies and other diseases, treated for minor illnesses, ear tagged for identification, and then released back to the neighborhood where they picked it up. According to recent estimates, Istanbul, a city of 11.3 million people, there's at least 150,000 free-roaming dogs. On my flight home from Turkey, I couldn't stop wondering if a homeless pet program, like the one in Istanbul, could ever work in the United States. But by the end of my 11-hour flight, I had even more questions than answers. So I reached out to the experts at the Humane Rescue Alliance in Washington, D.C. for some help. This is Matt Williams, Senior Director of Communications for the Washington Humane Society and the Washington Animal Rescue League. When I told him about Turkey's street dogs, he wasn't sold on the idea.
These are, for the most part, domesticated animals. They really do require help from humans. Certainly there are stray dogs in certainly rural areas that survive and live out there, but there are a number of factors that make that not so good. I think with dogs, especially in our society, there's a fear sometimes for people for a dog running at large, and I think in our society anyway, that's not considered acceptable.
I have a scar on my cheek from when I was attacked by a dog when I was still in preschool, so I understand why unleashing hundreds of thousands of stray dogs into the street probably isn't a great idea. But it's not because the concept of a community coming together to take care of them wouldn't work here, because it turns out it's already sort of happening.
The good news is that there are some systems that are working very well. Spay-neuter is really working. The further up northeast you go, the less animals you find in shelters. And in our case, even here, we bring in animals from the south where they're overrun with animals sometimes. What we would encourage all people to do is find it in their heart and in their home to adopt an animal. The pet stores that are selling animals, that's not a necessary thing. We don't have to have that. So by adopting animals out of shelters slowly but surely, that will become, as it has here in DC, has become the thing to do. And we're happy about that, and we just want to see that continue.